Today we're going to be unboxing and installing a Limbsaver recoil pad. The biggest complaint I have about these is how hard it is to figure out which one's the right one for your gun. Looking at my Ruger, I'm really hoping this is the correct butt pad for it. First things first, you want to make sure you get a good Phillips screwdriver for the Rugers and get one that fits. And always try to, once you get it into the pad, these are kind of small holes, so you have to line them up and then slide the screwdriver in. Keep the screwdriver straight and apply direct tension. I suppose someone could use a much faster method with a drill and a bit, but I don't like to mess up the screws in case I have to put this butt pad back on or I want to switch it out, because the great part about a Limbsaver is it is quite squishy, especially compared to the stock Ruger butt plates. And if you're like me and you end up with other guns in the future, sometimes you just want to keep your accessories and switch them out to another rifle of the same type if you get one later. This is a Ruger Model 77 Mark II, chambered in 300 Winchester Magnum. And for a couple of shots in hunting season with heavy clothes on, it's fine. But for sighting it in, doing a lot of other work with it, you are really not going to have an extreme amount of pleasure. Basically, if you're going out sighting the gun in, shooting 10 or 15 rounds, it's going to hurt. And having to screw these screws out of the butt pad that came with the Ruger, as you can see, it's a nice huge thick pad. What I did is go on the Limbsaver website, found the item number that should fit this gun, and apparently does. It's just a wee bit wider here at the bottom, and then crossed that over and went to Amazon or Brownell's store and get it a little bit cheaper. And we're going to use the same stock screws, push them in through the rubber as far as we can get them. And those just slipped. That slipped right in. Held onto my bit there. Make sure we line them up. This is turning. It's turning kind of hard. If you have any problems turning it, add a little bit of Vaseline or Hoppies or just some gun oil. Don't use the solvent on this. Just add that to your screwdriver bit, and that should make things a lot easier to turn. This little piece of the glue that glued the other butt pad on. And I have to push that through there a little bit more. And get the hole lined up. And I can't say that I'm really pleased with the fit. I mean, pleased with the fit and finish of the product. How the product is fitting my rifle isn't really impressive. But since I'm not one that's going to win a beauty contest if I ever go to sell or trade the gun, this base pad, or butt pad, excuse me, will not be going with it. I will put the stock one back on. The price of these are about $30-ish, give or take. Which, if you're going to put an aftermarket stock on the gun, is kind of pointless, but if I put an aftermarket stock on, it's going to be after a few hundred rounds. And a few hundred rounds of 300 Winchester Magnum, much easier to line these up. There we go. Line this up in your other gun. So that one tight. I don't like to tighten one side really hard, so that's why I switch back and forth quite a few times. I'll tighten each one of them till the pad gets about flush, and then the final tightening will be done at the end. And for some reason, even though I know the model number of my gun, I went through all the model numbers, there is a pretty good sized gap here. So I'll probably be checking with Limbsaver to see if there was something that changed in these guns, give you a little bit of comparison. This is the original hard rubber butt pad, and you can see a massive difference. And hopefully I'll feel a massive difference when shooting it. This does cover enough of the stock in a way that I would not be afraid to shoot it, but with it sticking up a little bit on the top and missing just a little bit of the bottom, I probably won't be shooting a lot with it. So that's your basic install of your Limbsaver Precision Fit recoil pad. They are made in the USA, and this is a firearm stock reference. I got the one, I guess, like I said, I got the one off their website and used their exact model number to purchase for fit. If you have any questions, please post them below. For more how-tos and reviews, please click the subscribe button at the bottom.